I actually emailed my list and I asked people who's still on Facebook. I was kind of floored how many people have completely left the platform, which really surprised me. People have shut down Facebook groups. I push stuff to my business page. Welcome to one of the dogs and windows all around you. But so I push content there and I engage. I'm tending to use the platform for what it started as. Like I keep in touch with my parents' friends and high school friends and stuff now. And so organic reach has gone way down. But what's funny is I went back. I've done some writing cohort challenges online. And so I've gone back to Twitter, which I've always been on there. But I'm getting so much more traffic from Twitter than any other platform. And I'm engaging more. Novel idea, right? It's where you show up and engage. But even showing up and engaging on Facebook wasn't doing anything for me. So I think the change in the last few years has been seeing how many people have just left the platform, and it's not hurting their business.
I don't think there's a better microphone out there than social media still. I like Facebook because Facebook's more emotional connection for me, right? There's a lot of women on Facebook, right? And that's the backyard that I want to play in, right? And I really appreciate when I can have, so, to Eric's point, Instagram doesn't interest me because it's just a magazine, right? And it's just back to that thing again of like, oh, it's pretty and, pretty pictures and this and that. And I want to have a real conversation, right? So Ross, I so appreciate this topic and you having me on here, brother, because we're all having a real conversation right now.
If I'm going to spend time on social media, I'm first going to be on my locals. Why? People actually pay to follow me on locals. It's a group. They're invested. There aren't any trolls because trolls are cheap. Trolls don't pay. So these are fairly like-minded people. And out of respect to them, they're there. They're supporting me. They're a message. First thing I have to say is always to my locals. Always to locals. Then if I'm going outside of that, I'm going to go with Twitter for the most part. I do the other ones a little, but Twitter I used to hate. I actually have grown to enjoy, especially because it's not an insult to have a pithy answer. And if you're trying to actually communicate to scale, what is more beneficial to me and my audience? I said audience. I still respect you people. It is more beneficial, I feel, to all parties involved if I have the time to take to create another live stream and I can see people in the chat and introduce them to somebody amazing than to sit there on Twitter or strategize on Facebook or anything else. So I find just trying to create the best possible program I can usually is the most effective thing.